Okay, we're live with two of my favorite people, Dr. Dudette and Barb of the Eagles Team Dentists. We're going to talk about their experience with Dentist Job Connect, where the group is going. Welcome to Talking Nachos. Dr. Dill, just give us a little bit of your background. When did you graduate from dental school? I know you drink from the fountain of youth, so people are going to be shocked to hear what year you graduated from dental school, but tell us.
I graduated from Temple University, 1996.
1996, you're 24, 27 years into dentistry.
That's correct.
Actually, we should count the 31 years. Our 4 years of dental school should count, right? And I am Dr. Paul Goodman, Dr. Nacho. I graduated from Penn in 2002. Philip and I knew each other way before Facebook, running implant courses together. But we have one normal person here, one non-dentist. Share us. Well, I don't know if we can totally see normal. You chose to work with us, Dennis.
That is true.
But tell us about your background and where you are now.
So I've been working in dentistry since the 80s, started in orthodontics at Great Lakes Orthodontic Dental Lab in Tonawanda, New York, and then ended up in Philadelphia and now work with Dr. D and his group for the last over 3 years now.
Awesome. Well, we talk with patients about, history of present illness, right? But I don't think that's so negative. Well, let's talk about your history of this group, Philip. How many offices are you up to? How many dentists work with you? What geographic area do you encompass?
I have 31 locations and I have about 58 dentists.
31 locations, 58 dentists. And all in PA?
And one in New Jersey.
All in PA, New Jersey. Nice. So what motivated you to go from 1 to 31 offices?
Helping other people's.
Awesome.
So that's one of my motivations, is helping other people to grow with me.
And Barb, when did you come into the group picture, and what is your role in the day-to-day? I know you're just a couple blocks away from us here. So tell us about your day-to-day operations.
So, I came into the group unofficially like 10 years ago when I started working with you as a sales rep and started working with many doctors in Philadelphia and surrounding area, and then left my corporate job and came to work exclusively with Dr. D in 2020.
And you're just a couple blocks away here.
Just a couple blocks away. Yeah. So I manage one office with Dr. D, and that's the office where we take care of the majority of the Philadelphia Eagles players.
Nice. Got my sweatshirt on. I know it's a tough time in the moment for the Eagles, but you were going to get into associates.
It's not
associates.
They're 10 and 30.
Yes, that's very positive. You're like my grandmother. You're very positive. I am concerned about the past two games, but I'll get over it. But Dill, let's start with fun. So tell us, you guys are the Eagles team dentists. What does that mean? What do you do? Are you on the sidelines? What happens with the players? You contribute to the community. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I am on the sideline, on the locker room with the players, right? If the injury happens, we take care of them immediately. And then they come and follow up at the location that's nearby them. Okay. And being an Eagles dentist, it's, we hold our standards quite high. Okay. So if you want to be working with us, you're going to be enjoying technologies. You're going to be having good patient base. You're going to have a great staff members. Okay. So you're going to enjoy dentistry working and get to see Eagles players as well.
Nice. And Barb, you're intimately involved with this as well. Maybe whether it's, how does it make it fun for your dental team? People forget about the dental team and the dentist. How does it make it fun for the team to be the Eagles team dentist, your team?
So there's a lot of things. It's not just care when needed. A lot of what we do is preventative care. So, and that was one of the things that really made Dilla so attractive to the Philadelphia Eagles, because he does things that are very proactive. So as an example, one thing that we do is a lot of the players are outfitted with sleep apnea devices. Even though they don't have sleep apnea, it helps them with their recovery while they're sleeping. So they get better oxygen exchange because they put on a lot of weight during the year, a lot of muscle mass. And the better their sleep and the better the oxygen exchange, the better the conditioning is. Awesome. So things like that. So learning things that are proactive and really change people's lives versus just doing repair work.
Yeah, I think it's cool. That's why we do what we do. So you could not do any of this if you didn't have enough dentists. Is that correct, Philip? You couldn't buy practices. You couldn't help people. You need the associate dentist. I think what some people forget is you can have an awesome location. You can have an amazing team. You can have top-of-the-line technology. But if you don't have enough dentists, none of it works, right? You've been working with Dentist Job Connect for 2 years. We've helped you find dentists of all ages and stages. So what I think is cool is we've helped you find people right out of dental school and then people who've been out of dental school for 35 years. Is that an accurate way to put it?
Correct.
Barb, tell us about the people who come to you through Dentist Job Connect. How have they helped your organization, as we say, increase success, decrease stress, and most of all, reduce crying inside?
So we've had tremendous success with Dentist Job Connect. The quality of candidates are really good, and they're typically doctors who recognize the benefit to them and their career with working with better organizations. And I know they rely on you to somewhat vet the groups that are coming in and posting their ads. So, I mean, we take that very seriously, the recommendation even be on Dentist Job Connect, because it is an implied endorsement with the people that are applying. So I do think there's more confidence between both parties that they're getting matched through a caring organization.
And it comes from our Nacho community, and we're striving to get people to, we strive to get people to collaborate.
Very true.
Dill, you have been doing this for a while, been friends for a while, and before Dentist Job Connect, you really only practically could recruit from the local area, right?
Correct.
We actually forget these times. There was no Facebook. There was no LinkedIn. Maybe we had used Dental Town, but you would come to meetings when I first started, and I just said, oh, these are some residents. Now you're having people come from North Dakota. You're having come from Iowa. So when you're able to kind of reach out into this network and meet someone who has implant experience and can come and learn from you, how has that helped you with your stress as a leader of this organization dentally, whether you can rely on people with advanced surgical skills?
It helped me a lot. Okay, I'm able to find the dentists who are passionate about dentistry, right? They're not just looking to, relocate to Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. They just want to make sure they find the organization that they can grow with.
Right.
Okay. And for me, I'm able to pin or cherry pick the one that who are passionate, who love dentistry, who is looking to let the money follow and do the right thing for the patient, who are ethical dentistry.
I love that. Ethical dentistry. And you are just a very humble guy, but you do. How many implants do you place a year, roughly?
I place about 700 implants.
700 implants a year. So, just like a backup quarterback or a backup running back, how does it help you to have dentists from Dentist Job Connect who can extract teeth, place implants? I mean, it's awesome to have a new dentist, and it's great to mentor people. But if someone doesn't have those skills, they really can't fill in for you. Is that accurate? And you found some dentists through Dentist Job Connect who can fill in for you, so to speak, or at least you can share advanced cases with them. Is that accurate?
That's very accurate.
Oh, yeah. I mean, can I share one of our most recent things?
Okay.
Can I say names?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So Parth Patel, one of our new associates who came through Dentist Job Connect, day 4 on the job, got his first All-On-X upper and lower. So a $60,000 case came in. Patient was with him for an exam. Patient connected with him, decided he liked him, wanted to go ahead and move forward with the treatment that had been previously prescribed. He called Dr. D and said, hey, I want to let you know this patient came in, and he was going to hand the case over to Dr. D. And Dr. D said, that's your patient. If you want me to support you, it's your case.
I'm here to mentor them, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, now they can use the technology called Yomi.
Oh, cool.
Right? So Yomi robotic dentistry is like they want to have more precision placement. They're welcome to use Yomi.
And also, Parth had come to Philadelphia for when he was interviewing, and I was encouraging him to connect with you guys. We actually had avocado toast because it was on brand. All young dentists like avocado toast over at La Pan. But he has placed over 30 implants in his residency program and done surgical extraction. So what is the value? This is not said to me, this is an observation, not a judgment. In both of your roles, what is the value of a dentist completing an AEGD or GPR prior to going into the real world? I'll let you start, Barbara.
They're infinitely more valuable. They're more professionally mature. They, a lot of times, understand the things that aren't taught at dental school, like business acumen, patient communication. It's so funny. Young dentists, they're full of energy, and they really do have tremendous amount to offer. A lot of people think they can communicate just like they think they can sing and dance. They can't. So learning those skills, and a lot of times you don't learn them until you get into the real world and you're faced with patients that aren't hostages because they're paying $100 for a root canal.
And before you go to one thing, as someone who did multiple year GPR myself, you deal with a lot of big deal stuff at GPRs and AGDs. So then when you're in the real world and a crown doesn't fit, you don't freak out as much, because sometimes I have had to repair people's jaws. And now dentistry, especially general dentistry, is so focused on high level restorative plus surgery. Add to that GPR, AGD. I'm sure you agree with Barb, but anything we missed, Philip, about someone was thinking, you know, I just finished an ADGD or GPR. I want to work with a group like yours. How does that make them valuable to you?
Very valuable, because they understand the time value.
Yeah.
Okay, so because new associate starting without without residency or GPR, they think that they can do X, Y, Z, but when it comes to real world, they're not able to, right? So having GPR residency definitely helps them understand the value of the time, and they know what it takes to earn X amount of money. Whereas a new associate, they think that they can compete or they can match the offers with the XYZ competitors. Yeah. But then they realize that, you know, they're not able to produce what they need to produce.
You brought up a good point I want to talk about. So there's Philadelphia is home to the best restaurants on earth. That's true. Okay. So let's say the three of us all go out to Del Frisco's, and there's three servers, and they're all super nice, and they're all going to get the job done the same way at the end. But Dilip, your server is going to take an hour, yours is going to take 45 minutes, and mine's going to take 15 minutes, right? Yeah. We all want my server. Okay. So why is it important to tell dentists that doing good work is always most important, but then doing it efficiently? Because patients will lose confidence if you take 2 hours for a filling. Talk to me a little bit about that, because I think it will help dental students, because they think, oh, I can just go be mentored in the real world and someone will look over my shoulder. But in the private practice world, patients don't really want things that take 3 or 4 times as long. Tell us more about that part.
So the one step back before that is there are two things. There's production and collections. Doctors, young doctors, get super focused on production and they don't understand that's not real money. Collections, that's real money. So in order to have an $800 day guarantee or something like that, you need to collect $3,000 a day to cover your expense. So understanding the economics, that's number one. You have to understand what it is you need to contribute to make that happen. The second thing is everybody wants fee for service. Fee for service patients have the highest expectation, because if I'm paying full price for a crown, if I'm paying $2,000 for a crown, my expectation is that I'm going to be in and out in an hour. I don't have time to be with a new dentist for 3 hours for my $2,000 crown, because my time is at a premium if I can pay that much for the crown. So it's making that mental adjustment. And I think that they do get a lot of that when they go through an additional program.
I agree with you. I mean, what you were saying, Del, is the reality is PPO fees are lower than fee-for-service fees. Yep. And you need to do more to make up for it. The patients are hostage. And if the patients are there saying they're willing to see to this, it's still important. And this is the person that they don't talk about when you take a long time, who it's tough on, okay? The dental assistant. Because it is hard on your dental assistant. Oh, right. And I want to make sure I'm clear. You always want to do a good job. You always want to leave someone with work that you would be okay with in your own mouth. And if you take too long to do stuff, people lose confidence in you. And the people who lose confidence in you are often the team members around you. It doesn't mean they don't like you as a person. It doesn't mean that they don't think that you care about them as dentists. But if you're making everybody run behind all day, I will share, Bill. They say things in life, nothing's 100%, right? But I am going to share one thing. Every team member wants to be done on time, right? Everyone in the dental office wants to be done on time. That's true. Nobody wants to say, oh, I hope we're here for 45 extra minutes, right? Because they got stuff to do, other people have things to do. Now I want to ask you guys is, and this is not just for Job Connect, over the years, you have developed this organization where you're recruiting dentists to work with you. And if you were talking to other recruiting teams, okay, could be a non-dentist and a dentist. It could be 3 dentists. What are some good tips on finding the right fits for you? It could be using the platform in the resume search. It could be about observation days. What we struggle with is these owners say, I'm going to sign up for Job Connect. How do I find a good associate? So give them some best practices, because you've had fits, you've had misfits, you've had people stay for 10 years. So what are some good tips for people on how to use the platform well, Barb and Dilla, and how you guys go through the interview process? Like,
I have associates who've been with me for 20 years, 18 years, 15 years, 13 years. They've been still with me. Okay. And that's because of chemistry matches, right? Yeah. We listen to them. We provide their needs at the same time. We make sure that they listen to our strong staff members or the admin team members, because they have the knowledge of running the business. Okay. So as long as you're open to learning from others, we're going to have a better, and a great marriage together. But at the same time, if you have an ego, then it's still gonna
You missed
work
that.
with
I
us.
agree with you. So one is personality part. You're in charge of recruiting new dentists.
Mhm.
If someone's saying, I want to use this Job Connect platform well, I want to find right fits. You know, I'm going to multi-practice owner too. We just have 2 practices, not 31. We have people come and observe for the day. We just say, hey, check out our style. Is that a good idea, or what are some other good ideas?
So we do that in addition to just coming in and observing, and we don't have any applicants do dentistry. We just don't do that. But we do have them come in and observe because we want them to, get the vibe of the team and see how it fits for them. Drive to the office. How does the drive feel? Even all of that. And then the other thing that we encourage is we encourage locally any of the D1s, 2, 3, 4 to come in and work as dental assistants. We pay them a decent wage, and we've had a number of them actually convert to associates, which has been great because then they see how we operate, how we treat the patients, and it's an easier transition for them because they already have some base to come in on.
I think it's a great take-home tip is if you're a dental student out there, go and ask and observe in areas just to see what different environments are like. No one goes to Chipotle and says reservation for 2, it's my anniversary, right? But Chipotle has great systems, right? And you know what you're going to get, but it's fast. You see different people sometimes, and that could be like a PPO office. Then if you go to Elvez, you're going to have a much different experience. Each of those come with their own pressures, not right or wrong. People think I always want to be fee for service. I say, well, sometimes these patients have wildly unrealistic demands, very tough. And for a new dentist, that could be a difficult place to be in. But if you're going to be in the Chipotle style place where you're producing good stuff, you also have to be able to do it efficiently. So I think you just need to see, I love that. Just feel what the place feels like.
Very true.
And then we also like to kind of understand what the new associates' mental flexibility is. Because a lot of doctors will come in and have a preconceived notion of the dental practice is going to run like school, and it doesn't. All the rules and everything. And Aunt Millie maybe doesn't want a crown on that tooth. She may want a long-term temp, and we might have to use Luxitemp or something like that. She's 85 years old and doesn't want to pay for a crown. And there are some times where you have to be responsible, but you still have to maintain
mental flexibility is so key.
It's key.
And it's making customized decisions for patients. One of the things I just thought of, I won't keep you guys too much longer, but I'm really enjoying this is, what the thing is, Dilip, as a dental student, you actually just don't see that many patients. You only see even if you say, oh, I did 30 crowns and you're bragging, the number of patient interactions you have is just so limited. That's why whether it's an AGD or GPR, sometimes just experience. I mean, we can talk about this for a minute. You've hired people from Dentist Job Connect that have decades of experience seeing patients. You hired one recently from the middle of the country with a decade of experience. How does that help a candidate stand out? So talk to us, someone saying, I worked for DSO for 2 years, worked for our practice. I'm not really finding the right fit. I have 5 years of experience. Why do you guys want to talk to people like that?
They understand the value of the time, just like I said earlier, right? Okay, other thing, they have experience, right? And for us, we rather have someone who is very experienced, who is a great dentist, who's passionate about the dentistry, who wants to utilize the technology because they weren't able to utilize the technology at the location that they were at or their own location. Now they're joining the new group where they can use the iTero, CBCT, intraoral camera, Yomi, robotic implant dentistry. So they're able to grow with us. They can use their talent to grow with us. And that's why we love to have more, people who are looking to.
So you would say to someone with 5 years of experience, put their resume out there, Barb, because there's people like you looking for them.
Well, and the other thing too that Dilip didn't mention that's huge for us is we offer a full suite of benefits to our 30 plus hour employees across all of our locations. And that means 401k with matching, long and short-term disability, which is huge in the dental world. We also offer health insurance, flexible spending, health savings account, literally anything that you would get at a regular company, you get with us. What that does is that provides stability to the clinician for his team, continuity with the patient, so that they can focus on dentistry and growing their business at their practice without worrying about transitioning team members constantly, which is a big deal.
And other thing that we offer is about 50 Cs in person.
That's great.
Okay, 50 Cs a year.
And I think that's key, because you're role modeling what's important to you. What's important to you is staying up to date, doing things best for your patients. I mean, we don't have the time to talk about the whole private practice or DSO world. but there's good parts to both. There's challenging parts to both. So someone says, "Oh, what about private practice or great?" I go, "When was the last time they did an OSHA training?" They go, "What's that?" Right? When's the last time they kept up C? They get free C online. So it's just, I think it's so awesome that you invest in your associate education.
But see, that's us. So I mean, really, even though we are a group practice and we're a family business, because I mean, Dilip is the primary owner. And so it's weird because we're like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
We're a DSO in size and buying power, but we operate very much at heart like a family business.
I think that's awesome.
And that's why we're very selective in selecting the dentist.
I think it's also, and I'm kind of reinforcing this idea, whether it helps other practice owners. It's really, tell me this, why is it important to find the right associate fit for your team that's there? Put the patients to the side of it. But let's just say, I say, sometimes your associates leave unexpectedly, right? It happens to all of us. They move. Someone said to me over the pandemic, my wife's getting a neurology program in San Francisco, gone, right? One of my associates, I encourage them to become a periodontist, gone, right? So when I'm looking to replace that person, yes, I am looking for somebody who's going to deliver quality care, but I'm also looking for someone who gets along with my team. Tell me why that's important, Bill.
Is to retain the current team members, right? But we don't want to decrease the morale of the current team member. Again, they are your cornerstone of success, right? And they've been with you for so many years, and their opinions value so much to us. Okay, and they know who is really passionate about the dentistry, who's doing good dentistry. That's why listening to the team members, especially new associate who's joining us, listen to the new team member and taking the advice from the new team member is so much instrumental for their success.
Yeah, teachability is key. And Barb, you know this because sometimes you are playing on the team, right? At your office. Yeah. So if there's an associate, and you've shared this with Einstein residents, you've shared this with rep, talk to them a little bit about, because they don't have experience in this, right? They walk into an office, what are some good team best practices? Don't keep your head down, say hi to people. But I know these are just some layups for you. I tell
the doctors when they come in, they've got to bond with the team. And when we interview doctors, we have them meet with the team members because we do want everybody to gel. I mean, you're spending 8 to 10 hours a day together. And it's important the team is supremely confident in the doctor, because when that patient is booking their procedure, you want the team member to say, you're making the right decision. Dr. Jones is going to take excellent care of you. You're going to be thrilled with your veneers. Like, I've seen the work. I can't wait to see what you look like. All of those things matter.
That part is so key. Well, as we wrap up, a couple things.
And they've got to remember birthdays, little things. To be connected to your
I always say, it's not easy to meet new people, right? So I say to associates, first day in your job, go up to the team members and just say, "Hey, I'm Dr. Paul. I want to ask your advice. Where's a good place to get lunch around here?" Because then the team members' brains will light up because it's an easy question. They say, "Oh, there's a good pizza place. There's a good sandwich place." So, two things. One, this is your show, so you are looking for associates. What are you looking for in your next associate, Barbara Dilip? Somebody was watching saying, who do you want to talk to out there in the Nacho universe for your next opening?
So we are looking for someone that has a little bit of experience. We have, if they can do endo and implants, we have a couple of amazing opportunities. One of them is truly a $500,000 a year opportunity. We have a doctor who's been with us for over a decade, and he's got life going on, and he's making some changes. And so we are looking to transition him out. So we're looking for a doctor to come in, take over, and work with him through the transition. And then we have some really nice opportunities in Philadelphia County, and in Center City.
I love it. I mean, I always say life happens when you're making other treatment plans. Why do some people leave their office? They have personal challenges. They have family challenges. Sometimes it has nothing to do with your environment. It has everything to do with maybe their spouse getting a job. And Dilip, anything you want to add to what you're looking for next in this?
Well, someone who's very passionate is number one. Okay. Number two, who's just another person who loves to learning every day. Right, be open-minded and a great team member, okay, and let the money follow, and be ethical in treatment planning, and be kind to patients. They come to our office. Nobody wants to go to the dentist to begin with, right? Here they come to you, and then you want to take care of them.
I love that. Well, so you can go to dentistjobconnect.com to see their job. It is one of the most popular listings on the site. You guys have over 44 applicants. But Dilip, we've been friends for a long time, so I'm proud as your friend that I invented Dentist Job Connect. Tell me again, because I always just need constant positive reinforcement. your future with Dentist Job Connect, are you looking to us to keep giving you quality associates? So whether you buy another practice, replace people, do you foresee continuing to bond with us?
100%. I'm looking continuation for partnership. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, that's it. We have it on tape there. Barb, if someone wanted to reach out to you directly to learn all about what you do and Dilip, what is the best website for them to go to?
The best website, they can go to PhiladelphiaEaglesDentist.com, or they can email me at Barbara@Dudat, DUDHAT, dental.com.
Awesome. If people go to dentistjobconnect.com, we are truly looking to bond dentists together, whether you're hiring your first associate, your 60th associate, or your 600th. Thanks so much for sharing with me, guys.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.